Hey there, this is Teacher Podcast episode 333, Learn English through Stories, Things We Say in Anger. You read English, you understand English, you've been learning for years, but when it's time to speak, your mind just freezes and the words don't come out. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. My name's Ola and this is Teacher Podcast. I'm here to help you finally speak out loud. This isn't about perfect grammar or fancy vocabulary. This is about your voice, your words, your real English. In today's episode, we're discussing the things we say in anger. The kind of phrases that just slip out when emotions take over. The kind of language you don't learn from textbooks, but you hear all the time in real life. But listen, I know you learn a lot here, and you will gain even more vocabulary today. And it's just one thing to understand these expressions and learn them and understand them when you hear them, but it's a completely different story to actually use them when you speak. Because speaking doesn't happen in perfect, calm conditions. It happens in everyday situations which are messy and unpredictable. Often when you're stressed, when you're tired, when you don't have time to think. And that's exactly the gap I see in so many people. That's why I created Voice Loop. It's a 5-week speaking program where you work with English every single day. You send voice messages and get personal feedback from me. You stop waiting for the right moment. You stop overthinking and you finally start speaking. The progress is visible. You see it and you of course hear it and feel it every single day. If you've been feeling that it's time to finally move from understanding English to living English, this is your moment. Join us at teacherola.com/gruppe. All right, let's get into today's episode. Today we're going to do something you've heard here before. If you listened to episode 329, Learn English Through Stories, the spring ride to Tyniec, you'll know the format. And today I've got another story for you, but this time we're doing it a little differently. First, I'll give you 10 phrasal verbs and then 10 useful fixed phrases, and I'll explain all of them and give example sentences, very short examples. And afterwards, after you hear all these phrases and phrasal verbs, then you listen to a short story in which I use every single one of these expressions. So you will hear them in action, you will hear them in context, and hopefully that will help you remember them more easily. Actually, I know it will. I'm sure it will. So let's get started. Let's now focus and listen carefully. Let's go. Number 1, blow up. Blow up. Suddenly become very angry. He blew up over nothing. He blew up over nothing. Number 2, snap at someone. To snap at someone. To speak to someone in an irritated, sharp way. If you listen to the last episode, you know the meaning of the word sharp. To speak to someone in a sharp way. But today it's snap at someone, to speak to someone in an irritated, sharp way. For instance, she snapped at me for no reason. Number 3, bring something up. To bring something up, to mention a topic. And it doesn't have to be, but it can be sensitive topic. For instance, why did you bring that up now? Number 4, fall out with someone. It means to stop being friendly after an argument. For instance, I fell out with my sister last week. Number 5, make up. Make up means to become friends again after conflict. We argued, but we made up later because past of make is made. We made up later. Number 6, back down. Back down means to stop arguing or admit you were wrong. It's usually difficult to back down. He refused to back down. Number 7, lash out. Lash out at someone. It's similar to shout at someone, the same preposition, right? Lash out at someone, to attack someone verbally or physically out of anger. To lash out, it's when you cannot control yourself anymore. He lashed out at everyone in the room. Number 8, bottle something up. Bottle something up, to keep emotions inside instead of expressing them. So don't bottle it up. Nie trzymaj tego w sobie. Don't bottle it up. Nie butelkuj tego, yeah? It's something like this, something similar. Don't bottle it up. Number 9, to storm off. Storm off, to leave the room or leave the building angrily and suddenly. She stormed off without a word. She stormed off without a word. Number 10, talk over someone. It's rude. It's when you interrupt and speak while someone else is talking. Stop talking over me. Stop talking over me. Nie mów równocześnie ze mną. Stop talking over me. Let's now, okay, so here we have 10 phrasal verbs, right? And now let's look at some fixed phrases. I've prepared 10 of them. Here we go. Don't worry, it's too fast. Don't worry. It is supposed to be quick because you can pause, you can listen again later, no worries. We just want to introduce these words so that you can then catch them in the story. In the story. Let's go. 1, have a row, have a row, have an argument. It's very British and very natural thing to say. We had a row that morning. We had a row that morning. Number 2, get on someone's nerves. Get on someone's nerves. It's to annoy someone. He's really getting on my nerves. 3, be on edge. To be on edge. When you feel tense and you are easily irritated, then you are on edge. I've been on edge all day. 4, say something you don't mean. Say something you don't mean. So it's to speak in anger without meaning it. It's just stronger than you. I said things I didn't mean. 5, take something the wrong way. It's to misunderstand something negatively. Misunderstand something negatively. Don't take it the wrong way. Don't take it the wrong way. Nie zrozum tego źle. 6, clear the air. Clear the air. To talk honestly, to remove tension. Clear the air. To talk honestly, to remove tension. We need to clear the air. We need to clear the air. Oczyścić atmosferę. To clear the air. 7, give someone the silent treatment. Give someone the silent treatment. Ignore someone on purpose. It's a form of punishment, right? It's not very helpful when it comes to relationships, but it happens a lot. She's giving me the silent treatment, czyli mamy ciche dni. She's giving me the silent treatment. 8, cross the line. It's when you go too far. Go too far with the things you say or with the things you do. And it's something unacceptable. That really crossed the line. That really crossed the line. 9, hold a grudge. Hold a grudge is to stay angry for a long time and it doesn't serve you well. You shouldn't do this. I know it's easy to say. I always hold a grudge for a long time, even for years. Like in this example, he holds a grudge for years. Zachować urazę na lata. To hold a grudge for years. And 10, walk on eggshells. Walk on eggshells. Walk on eggshells. Act very carefully to avoid conflict. Walk on eggshells. It's painful, so we have to walk slowly and carefully, not to hurt yourself on those eggshells. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells around her. Now, since we've got 10 phrasal verbs and 10 fixed phrases, now please listen to the story and try to catch all of those words and phrases. It started over something stupid, as it usually does. Anna had been on edge all morning. The kitchen was a mess, the coffee machine wasn't working, and her son Kuba had been getting on her nerves since breakfast. "Can you at least try to clean up after yourself?" she said, trying to sound calm. "I said I would," Kuba muttered, not even looking up from his phone. That's when she snapped at him. "You always say that. You never actually do it." He rolled his eyes, and that was enough. She just blew up. "Unbelievable. You're 20 years old and still acting like a child." Kuba stood up so suddenly the chair scraped loudly across the floor. "Why do you always have to bring this up every single time?" "Because nothing changes." They started talking over each other, voices getting louder, sharper, words came out faster than either of them could think. "Maybe I'd help more if you didn't control everything." "Oh, don't turn this around on me." That's when he lashed out. "You've been impossible to live with lately." There was a pause, a bad one. He'd crossed the line, and they both knew it. Anna felt it immediately, that sting behind her eyes. "Fine," she said quietly, "if that's how you feel." Kuba grabbed his jacket and stormed off, slamming the door behind him. They didn't speak for 2 days. The flat was too quiet. No music, no random conversations, no stupid jokes, just tension. The kind that makes you walk on eggshells even when you're alone. Anna tried to keep busy, but she could feel everything she hadn't said, everything she'd bottled up sitting heavy in her chest. Kuba, on the other hand, kept replying the argument in his head. He knew he'd said things he didn't mean. Still, he wasn't ready to back down. By Tuesday evening, the silence felt worse than the argument. So he walked into the kitchen. "Can we talk?" he said. Anna looked up, cautious. "Are you going to shout again?" "No," he hesitated. "I think we should just clear the air." She sighed. "Good, because I don't want us to fall out over something like this." There was a long pause. "I'm sorry," he said. "I shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean it." "I know," she replied softly. "And I shouldn't have jumped on you like that." Another pause, but this one felt different, lighter. "Truce?" he asked. "Truce." And just like that, they started to make up. Because that's how it usually works. You fight, you say things you don't mean, and if you're lucky, you find your way back. This is the story. Now let's practice. Listen to some of the sentences again, but this time repeat after me. Say it out loud. Anna had been on edge all morning. Anna had been on edge all morning. Kuba had been getting on her nerves since breakfast. Kuba had been getting on her nerves since breakfast. That's when she snapped at him. That's when she snapped at him. Why do you always have to bring this up? Why do you always have to bring this up? They started talking over each other. They started talking over each other. He'd crossed the line and they both knew it. He'd crossed the line and they both knew it. Kuba grabbed his jacket and stormed off. Kuba grabbed his jacket and stormed off. He wasn't ready to back down. He wasn't ready to back down. I think we should just clear the air. I think we should just clear the air. I don't want us to fall out over something like this. I don't want us to fall out over something like this. All right, well done. Before you go, let me leave you with this. If you're listening to this and thinking, yeah, I understand all of it, but I still don't use it when I speak, that's completely normal. A lot of people are in exactly the same place. And the good news is, you don't have to stay there. If you feel like it's time to start actually using your English, not just understanding it, come and join me in Voice Loop. That's where we turn passive knowledge into real speaking. You send voice messages, I give you feedback after each of your messages. I listen to you carefully and I tell you exactly what to fix and how to fix it and why. And step by step, speaking starts to feel more natural and more automatic. I'm sorry to tell it openly like this. I'm sorry to break it to you, but honestly, you know it, I know it. There is no other way. There is no other way to fluency except for speaking. So you can join us at teacherola.com/grupy, teacherola.com/grupy. And if you want to come back to today's episode and really make these expressions stick for good, I've prepared a worksheet for you. Just go to teacherola.com/333. Download it and practice everything in context so it becomes part of your active English. You know, I've got another tip for you. If you want these phrases to stick, listen again to this part with the story and shadow the story. Shadow the story. So speak after me. Or pause the pause the audio after every sentence and repeat after me. Repeat the intonation, the melody of the sentence, not just the pronunciation. Okay? All right. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so, so much that you're here, because that means the world to me. Stay fearless, take care, and say it out loud. As always, I love you, I believe in you, and I know you are ready to speak English. I'm your teacher, Teacher Ola, and you've been listening to Teacher Ola Podcast. Bye for now. Cheers!